Look, I know I'm a man and I have a penis, and that makes you think that all I want to do is hook up, but it's not true.
Oh, come on, let's be real.
You're
That's
so
only
nice.
they're not in it for sex.
Okay. It's only true some of the time? Is it true? Do all guys care about nowadays is hooking up with one girl and then moving on to the next? Well, that's exactly what I'm gonna answer today. Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Kit, your personal dating coach, and in today's video, we're gonna go through how important is sex really to a guy, and is that all that they're after? Especially in this global lockdown when, you know, we can't have any physical contact. Before we get into that, guys, you know I always love engaging with you, so come find me on Instagram, drop me a message, and let's have a conversation. Like, seriously, I'm locked down in my apartment on my own. Now let's get into the video. In a world of Tinder, Instagram models, and OnlyFans, can we really be surprised if sex is on everyone's minds? Well, hardly, because it's on everyone's screens. But even though sex and hooking up seems to be way more readily accessible as ever before, what we want as human beings hasn't much changed. We still want to have a deep connection with someone, have someone who's not just our lover, but our best friend too. Someone you can go on holiday with, someone you can build a family with, someone you can build an empire with. Hashtag Beyonce Jay-Z. At least this is what you want. This is what you truly desire. But can the same be said for the modern man? Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that on this channel, we keep it 100. We keep it funky. So here's the truth. Do guys want sex? Yes, of course they do. Sex is very important to a guy. To a man, life without sex is like crumble without custard, like Cocoa Pops without milk, like a black man without his cocoa butter. We need it. Otherwise, you know, things would just be dry and ashy, and ain't nobody want to be lying on that. But do guys just want sex? Is that all they are after nowadays? The short answer is sometimes. The long answer is absolutely not. And I know this can seem hard to believe. You see guys all the time in clubs going for the girl, not the one who's elegantly dressed and presentable, but the one who's got the highest heels and the shortest skirt. Or you see guys DMing the kind of girl on Instagram where her entire photo page is just her showing off her booty and her boobies. Boobies. That sounds like something a 10-year-old would say. Or maybe you've experienced it yourself where you were seeing a guy and everything was going great, at least to you, and you just mentioned something about being exclusive, to which you're hit with, I'm just not looking for anything serious. Which makes it look like, what? So you were just in it to have regular sex on tap? So believe me when I say I don't blame you when you're looking at guys' behaviors right now and you're wondering, is all they want just sex? But let me make something abundantly clear. Just like you, guys dream of having that perfect woman by his side. The woman that he can build something with. The woman that he can call the mother to his children. Someone to be a queen to his kingdom. Someone for him to call home. So understand that in the long term, guys want the exact same thing as you do, but they're just in no rush to get there. And you know what? I was thinking recently that maybe that's why generally, and I mean generally, there are definitely some exceptions to this rule, I would know, but generally, maybe this is why women mature emotionally faster than men and tend to date men who are older than them. Because usually you women, you're over the whole playing the field thing much quicker than most guys are. Now, do most guys want to have the experience of having many different sexual ventures? Let's not kid ourselves. Of course they do. Most guys want to have the experience of having sex with a different variety of women. They want to play the field, build a sexual appetite. And while some of you may not want to accept this, there is a biological primal influence here. The male instinct to want to spread his seed, especially while he's young. Well, actually no, not even just while he's young, pretty much throughout his entire life. However, human beings, we are not controlled by our primal instincts. We have intelligence, we have consciousness, and that's what makes us the advanced civilization that we are. And this is where intelligence and intention plays a part in a man's life. Because there does get to a point in every man's life where he wants to leave a legacy. He wants to give something to the world, have something that's going to outlast him. And where is the first place that men start building their legacy? Children. And the thing is, when you're a man and you're starting to think about building a legacy, you only ever want something serious. We don't have time to mess around and play games because now we have a purpose. We have something to live for. We have something to work for and even die for. And the thing is, we're social animals. And as men, we recognize that in order to build this legacy that we dream of, we need a partner. We need someone to ride or die with us, someone who's going to support us in our endeavors, someone to lick our wounds when it's been a bad day, someone to help carry our name forward. We need a woman. We need a woman that we can choose above all other women. Because we know only when we have chosen that woman to commit and invest in that we can start building our legacy. Now ladies, understand that this is one of the most important decisions a man will make in his life. And you may not see it this way, but know that when a man chooses to vanquish his sexual freedom, there is an element of him giving power to you. There is an element of him putting himself in a more vulnerable position. And this is something that men think about before doing this. Now you may be thinking,
well, I sacrifice my sexual freedom too.
and I have to be honest with you ladies, it's not the same. And I'll tell you why. Because yes, you may date multiple guys at the same time, but really, you'll only be having sex with one of them. Generally speaking, women may date multiple guys at the same time, but they won't be sleeping with multiple guys at the same time. Now, it may change who you choose to be having sex with. There is an element of freedom in that in which you are sacrificing, that's true. But in terms of being sexually exclusive to one person, that's a behavior you're not really changing. What you are doing is you're saying, okay, now I'm not open to changing who I'm sexually exclusive with. So please don't be sitting there thinking that I'm saying that you don't sacrifice anything. But to be having sex with only one person at a time, that's something that's pretty much the case for most women, whether they're in a committed relationship or not. Whereas guys will not only date multiple girls at the same time, but they'll be sleeping with multiple girls at the same time. So understand that in a guy's mind, for the first 25 to 30 years, he's not in any rush to choose to be exclusive to someone. But believe me when I tell you that every man wants to leave a legacy. And every man knows to do that, the pursuit of just having fun and casually hooking up is something that has to be left behind. When he's ready to start molding the blocks of his future, he will only be looking for someone serious to do that with. If you're looking for a guy who sparks up your love life, make sure you subscribe to this wonderful tribe. And as always, keep it slick. Pow.